About our guest tonight. Jack Gillen has been acclaimed by some as the Nostradamus of this generation. Now, for some of you, you might very well be familiar with Jack Gillen, and a few of the highlights of his long career as an astrologer would almost require a book to include them all, instead of just stating them briefly. First, his record includes predicting 27 major air disasters. He made these predictions while on radio and television shows and newspapers and in many years previous in some of his books. And because of these predictions coming about almost to the hour in the day, he has been visited by the FBI to explain why he knew these planes were going to crash. Jack Gillen has predicted accurately dozens of earthquakes and other natural disasters. He has picked the winner of every Triple Crown. He has predicted the deaths of many famous personalities, including the recent death of Anwar Sadat by assassination. So that will be our guest tonight, noted worldwide known astrologer, Jack Gillen. It's important that the fact that you have Carson Rennie, you have on Nightline Jack Gillen, noted astrologer. Mr. Gillen, nice to have you with us this evening.
It's nice to be with you.
You've done a great deal of work in the stock market, whether in the futures market or the big board or the American exchange and so forth and so on. Some on Wall Street, either on the big board or the American Stock Exchange, have had a tendency to minimize your prognostications, your predictions. Others, one spokesman for the Wall Street Journal, a staff reporter, said, "I'd mortgage my mother's pension check on the basis of Jack Gillen's predictions."
Yes, the Wall Street Journal, Barron's, did a few articles on the predictions that I made. One of the stocks was Recognition Equipment. That stock was sitting around just $5, $6 a share, and we mentioned that it would start shooting up within 2 or 3 weeks, and it just shot up from that to $21 a share. But we have made predictions of that. One of our best ones was Resorts International back in 1972. It was $2 a share. We said it would go past 60, in which it's history now, and that stock just went past 60 within 12 months after we made that prediction, and just kept on climbing, split, and everything else.
I note there are several noted astrologists who are syndicated by newspapers around the country. Carol Reiter, am I pronouncing his name correctly? Yes. Carol Reiter. And chief amongst them is Sidney Omar, who I have read on occasion. I don't necessarily believe in astrology, but Sidney Omar was quoted as saying in his column, Jack Gillen, in quotation marks, of Orlando, Florida, seems to have a secret style all his own, but one can't help but be amazed by his ability and accuracy. Now, that's quite high praise from a syndicated astrology columnist. How do you account for that?
Okay, well, I'll tell you a story about with Sidney Omar. I did his chart. I was in California, about 1975 it was, and the show Love Boat was going to be made into just a movie for TV.
This is the show Love Boat, which I think the whole world, except me, watches.
Right. Now, at that time, his wife, his ex-wife, I should say, was Geraldine Saunders was her name, was producing, getting ready to, go in and see. So she asked me about the movie, would it be a success and everything else. And I told her that it would become a big TV series and it would be a big hit show for her. And, so all the predictions that I'd done at that time for Sidney and his ex-wife, I think this is what more or less got him excited. Then he started following my other predictions that we were doing on football and the horses and things like that. And I think this is the reason why he wrote that article.
Hi there.